Hello, we're Go Colombia, and today we'll talk about some health issues in the country.
The country is mostly suffering from non-communicable disease. The main causes of death among adults are coronary heart disease. The main causes of death among children are acute lower respiratory infections. The three major issues that should be addressed immediately are dietary risk, tobacco use, and cardiovascular disease.
Relevant risk factors that add to the top three issues. Number one being diet. Whole natural foods have slowly transitioned into unhealthy eating habits based upon the principle of foods being cheap, quick, and readily available. These high energy dense foods created by the food industry and informal government are often purchased by the low middle class, as their choice of products are often revolved around appetite satisfaction rather than health. The second problem being physical activity. Despite the fact that obesity, inactivity, and the health crisis is evident among all ages, it's most visible in children. Approximately 32% of children ages 5 to 8 spend 2 to 3 hours daily in front of the television, and 18.9% from the same group watch more than 4 hours a day. The third problem being mothers to children. It's not uncommon to find obese and overweight mothers with malnourished children. Children are often born underweight and remain so during childhood, but are more prone to face obesity later in their lifetime. Despite being overweight or obese, Colombian and Latin American mothers are often anemic because they're not taking in adequate amounts of iron and micronutrients. Some immediate interventions that should happen include worldwide campaigns and mass media. The medical, food, and health industry should place more emphasis on preventative strategies rather than cures. And schools should also provide education on basic nutrition regarding the benefits of consuming high fiber foods, such as fruits and vegetables, coupled with mandatory exercise programs.
Tobacco use in Colombia is widespread. 17% of adults and 10% of youth use tobacco, with an even higher proportion among the male population. The adverse effects of smoking far outweigh any short-term gains, especially when we consider that the ill effects of tobacco use do not only afflict those who directly engage with the substance, but individuals exposed to secondhand smoke are at an increased risk of contracting illnesses. Tobacco is the leading cause of cancer, lung disease, and cardiovascular disease, afflicting those who smoke and the innumerable others who are exposed to secondhand smoke. It can cause many health problems during pregnancy, and children are especially susceptible to the negative side effects associated with tobacco. This strain on our society and healthcare system makes the tobacco epidemic not just an individual or family concern, but a public health risk that urgently needs to be addressed in order to safeguard the future of Colombia. Immediately, we need to increase taxation on cigarettes. This will deter consumption, primarily among youth, who we should be specifically targeting in order to promote a healthier future for our country. With revenues generated from increased taxation, we can subsidize nicotine replacement therapies, offering more people the help they need to quit smoking, as these treatments will be well within the average Colombian's financial means. If we cannot curb the use of tobacco and promote recovery, our entire society will be forced to suffer the consequences. Thank you.
I'm going to be talking about cardiovascular disease in Colombia today. It is a leading cause of death and is affecting the Colombian population. For that reason, we have chosen cardiovascular disease to be one of our top health issues. Two of the main risks of cardiovascular disease is the lack of physical activity and obesity. Both of these factors are within the control of the individual and can be reduced. All that is needed are simple preventive interventions. Cardiovascular disease is the development of basic infrastructure such as crosswalks and bike lanes. This gives people option to commute and permit them to engage in physical activity. The second is advertising healthy lifestyles around urban areas as well as rural ones. Advertisements and public service announcements will make people reconsider their current health habits. In addition, provide weekly educational classes about health and nutrition for people who want to learn more about making better lifestyle choices. All these solutions are cost-effective and simple interventions that will establish long-lasting effects as the Colombian population ages. Being healthy is a community effort, and the amount of awareness and exposure will enable people in Colombia to make smarter life choices, therefore reducing the risk of cardiovascular disease.